Hey, it's Patty from PS Paper Crafts. Thanks for joining me for another video. I'm going to show you how to make this really pretty card. It's actually a sympathy card, thinking of you, and on the inside, prayers and heartfelt sympathy are with you and your family. I have my cousin's husband passed away over the Thanksgiving holiday, so it's a tough time to lose someone. It seems like I'm making a lot of sympathy cards lately. I love both these sets, the Dandelion Wishes, so I'm using this image, and then on the inside I put that. And then I love the woven heirlooms, and I feel like we haven't been using this very often, so that it has some great sentiments. So I'm using both those stamp sets, and I'm also using the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder, and I really love this one. It's just, as it says, Dainty Diamonds. So let's get started. My colors are Seaside Spray and Whisper White. Very simple, just a few layers. And I'm using the Stitched So Sweetly dies. I cut that out. I'll show you this one. This is one of my favorites. I use these a lot. I use these a lot. I think it's a great set. So I used the largest of the scalloped stitched dies. So I did that one already. And let's get our stamping. Now I'm doing this with my Stampin' Right markers. So I decided to use Basic Gray and Seaside Spray, and I'm coloring right on the stamp, and then I'm going to stamp it on here. And that gets me the two different colors. Now I did try black, basic black, and it was a little darker than I wanted. And then I went with Smoky Slate, and it was a little lighter. I always practice on scrap paper, and I landed on Basic Gray. So I'm using the thick end, and I'm doing the gray first. Usually you do your darker color last. You do your lighter color and then your darker color. But for some reason, I like the way this worked with the darker color first. So I'm just going to color, and I'm going to very carefully draw all these lines. Now, if you do get some black and blue mixed, and it'll be more so when you are doing your blue, if you get like some kind of cross-contamination there, what you can do is just wipe it off with your finger, and then use your marker on a piece of scrap paper just to get that black off of it. Otherwise it'll kind of murky up everything. So see, I just got it there, and I'll just wipe it a little bit, and it should be okay. So just take your time with this. I will speed this up so you don't have to watch me go through the whole thing in slow motion here. And I'll be back, and I'll do the blue. Okay, so I think I have all of my basic gray, and I'll just cap that up, and now I'll use my Seaside Spray. And again, I'm just going to color all these little, they're not flowers, I guess they're seeds on the dandelion, and I wanted them to just be a different color. So, and I love Seaside Spray. It's, I mean, I know they're not blue, but I thought it was a good color for it. So I'll speed this up. Okay, it looks like it's all shiny, so I think it's all done. So before I stamp it, I'm going to breathe on it just to moisten it up, because some of the ink's been sitting there for a while. So I'll just breathe on it. And then we'll bring it right down and stamp it on this pre-cut layer. And I'm just going to press it down and kind of let the ink soak in. Now it probably isn't as dark as if I stamped it on its own, but I think it's really pretty. And you can color these in. I'm going to use some gems in the middle, but if you weren't using that, you could just kind of dot in with the marker. So now let's get our sentiment, and I'll just stamp this in the basic gray ink. If you don't have the basic gray ink pad, you can color it again with your marker. And you can use other colors. This is what I went with. You could use black if you have it, or another gray, or even a brown, I think would work good. I love the script in this. So let's see if I can get it straight. After all that, right? You don't want to have it crooked. So I'm just going to press this down and lift it up. Perfect. So let's do the inside while we're doing this. So let me get the inside sentiment. Just put that aside. And we'll just put this right here. And I love that this is the script and regular print, so it's really pretty. And then we'll do the same thing. There's not as much to color here, so I'm just using some of these sprays that are flying away. Not sprays, the seeds. I still see some dandelions out there that are yellow, which I'm really surprised, and some bees. And it's pretty cold here in New York, so I'm surprised about that. So we'll do that, and then we'll color it. It's crazy. So I'm up here over the holidays, and I've gotten bit by 2 deer ticks already. So I don't have any symptoms. I've taken antibiotics, and I have to get tested in 4 weeks. But my family who lives here, nobody gets them. And I used to live here. My son bought my house, so when I lived here, I always had ticks on me. And here I am. I must attract them or something. Maybe it's something, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's probably when I'm walking my dog, so that's probably what it is. But I'm hoping everything is okay. Everybody's worried about COVID, and I'm going to worry about deer ticks. So it looks like I got some ink on the edge of this, so I'm going to make sure I use this side up. So let me get my embossing machine and just push this stuff away. And this is a 3D embossing folder, so I'm going to use the new plate, 3D plate. And where did I put my embossing folder? I keep moving things around. So I have this, so it'll say 3D embossing folder, and you could tell that it's the 3D because it's pretty, it's not very flimsy. So if you have the one that's not a 3D, you want to use your 2 plates, glass plates or number 3 plates. But for this one, I want to make sure the Stampin' Up is up, because that's going to give me the embossed side, especially since I have ink on the other side. So I want to hide that. I think I put my finger in the basic gray ink. I'm going very slow so I don't shake too much. And I only go through it once. Okay. And let's see. So this is the back side, and then this is the front side. It's raised. Very pretty. So now we can put our card together, and I have all my other pieces, and first I'll put the white layer down, and then I want to put some ribbon around this. So I'm using my Stampin' Seal. So if it's not too tight of a layer, I use Stampin' Steel. If I have a very tight border, you know, they're only 1/8 of an inch apart, then I try to use my liquid glue so I have a little bit of time to maneuver. Looks like I got some ink on this too. Let me pull this up. I'm getting very inky here. And I'm just going to put another one on. I'll use that for scrap. Let's see. I always have this size around, and I think I need to just wipe my fingers. I'm getting ink on it from somewhere. I'm kind of a messy stamper. I always get ink on me. So let's try this, or maybe it's on here. Let's see if this works better. So it's a do-over. Okay, And then this one, we want to put some of this pretty Seaside Spray. It's kind of got some metallic shine to it, which is nice. So we'll just cut a little bit piece. I'm not using a bow because I thought a bow would be too much, but I thought the ribbon was a nice way to break it up. So let's just get some Scotch tape, and we'll put this ribbon and adhere it in the back. Just to add a little bit of shine to it. And we're also going to put the gems on. So that'll add a little shine as well. And I think it's a sweet card. So you can do the thinking of you on the outside and not do the sympathy sentiment on the inside, just to use it as a thinking of you card. So I think that's pretty. So let's put this down. And then I will pop up the sentiment and the image with some dimensionals. So let's see. We'll just put a few on back here. I like to do the corners and a couple in the center, and that should be plenty. And then I'm using these adhesive backed rhinestones or gems, I think. And they're two different blues. They don't really go with Seaside Spray, I don't think, but they're sort of iridescent, so I think it doesn't matter. It's in the blue family, and it's in the holiday catalog, so it's with all the winter kind of stuff. But I thought it would work perfectly with this. I thought they needed something. You put pearls in there or rhinestones. So see these? There's two different, there's kind of a lighter color and a darker color. So I'm using the lighter color, and I used a big one for this kind of bigger circle in here. And then I used two of the smaller ones. Oops, it looks like I got a hair or something on that. And I think they just add a nice little touch. So it's pretty. And let's put the inside in, and we will be done. Easy card. I think it kind of packs a bang here with the embossing folder and then these beautiful stamps, the images and the sentiments. All right, so thanks for joining, and come back again for my next video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Take care. Bye.